U.S. International Development Finance Corporation allegedly sacked an internal analyst in August last year for raising concerns over financing of a $100 million project to build and run a toll road and bridge in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Zambia, which would have adverse effects on local communities. So you can see, just because an internal analyst raised alarm that this project is going to affect the lives of the local communities when this toll road and bridge is built, he was sacked. So what does it tell you? It's business as usual. What these communities are going to pass through when this toll road and this bridge is going to be built through their communities, what they are going to suffer or what is going to be their fate, it does not matter to the people that is preaching democracy to us. Yes, and at the end of the day, they are the one preaching democracy to you, but they don't. How the communities or an average Africans feel, or how their decisions to get what they need out of Africa is going to affect those people's life negatively. They don't care. Washington, D.C.-based investigator firm Pogo Project on Development Oversight said that an analyst from the little-known U.S. agency raised concern that the project risked displacing nearly 10,000 people or more from DRC villages, thereby violating DFC policy that categorically prohibits it from funding projects displacing 5,000 or more people. So you see, if this project was to be built, it's going to be violating DFC policy that categorically prohibits the funding of such projects that will displace 5,000 or 10 or more than 10,000 people. From 5,000 is prohibited. So what does it tell you? It means that to our preachers of democracy, the people of Congo has not suffered enough. That's why they sack this analyst. Because the analyst is trying to create awareness for the people to understand what is happening. This is a typical case in most countries in Africa. That the powers that be, they don't really care about what we do, what we think, or how their actions are going to affect an average African or is going to affect a community. The only thing they care is that which they demand or which they desire is being met. That's all. So the project would help link cobalt mines in the Congo to the port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. This sacking is one of the several recently. So, you see, in as much as the US sacked this internal analyst, at the end of the day, is equally the fault of the leader in this Congo. Because it is his duty to protect his people. It is his duty to make sure that his people are not displaced. And if people have to be moved, if at all that the law does not prohibit it, for him to foresee that they build a better accommodation elsewhere and move them and make sure these people are comfortable, to make sure that these people are well compensated. But this is a typical issue in Africa where the leaders are selfish, self-centered, egocentric. This is a typical case where the leaders are selling us out. This is a typical situation where the leaders are just after accumulating wealth for them and their children and even up to God knows 100, 150 generations. Yes. So because it's not just if a visitor comes into your house, if you don't welcome them, they cannot come and order you around. It's an African adage. So in as much as we criticize the powers that be outside the shores of Africa, majority of the blame goes to our leaders. If our leaders are not welcoming these people, playing with these people cannot enter our house and come and order us around. Or come and carry out actions to our own detriment. That is just the truth.